I used to do a bit about like, do you think serial killers, when they walk through Central Park at 3 in the morning, get scared? And they sit there like for half a second going, what if there's a psycho in here? Oh, wait a minute, it's me. And then they can like relax and they can walk through the park like it's
They're like, oh no, yeah, that's
like it's 2 in the afternoon. Dude, I
I
saw this guy one time. He went to jail, right? This white dude. And dude, he was like so detached where he was just like, he goes, I came in here and, I didn't want to be here, but then I realized that I was here. And I just realized that I had to become basically the best I could be at this, being a fucking lunatic. And he talked about he killed his cellmate, or he fucked his cellmate up to the point the guy's eye popped out of his head. And afterwards, he said the guards came in. He goes, yeah. He goes, we were looking for it. They go, well, what happened to it? And he goes, we don't know. Like he then psychologically wasn't the person that did it. He was then with the guards, like looking for it. It was fucking, and he was just doing it with like this smile and like this relaxed. I mean, one of the scariest dudes.
yeah.
If somebody's evil and they're acting evil, it's like, all right. But when they're sitting there like looking like, they're over their in-laws trying to be like act on their best behavior, and this is delicious, even if they don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I
that's
stopped watching those things, by the way, those behind the scene prison things.
dude, sociopaths, I did some actually, you always goof on me about not reading. I got to tell you something, dude. I read like characteristics of sociopaths and where they come from and what they do. And now it's easy to spot. Is the difference between a narcissist and a sociopath is actually, it's significant. It's like narcissism is just somebody that everything is about them. A sociopath is like they can't fathom. A sociopath cannot fathom other people's feelings if that person hurt it. So like if you went to a sociopath and you were like, you hurt my feelings, to them they would go like, what are you, crazy? No, I didn't. Like they don't even see it, dude. It's a real fucking sickness, dude. It's a real fucking like a
No,
socio.
they pretend that they understand. Oh, I'm so sorry, but blah blah blah. Like they sort of, yeah, they don't they mirror. They sort of mirror whatever emotion you're putting out. They do the same thing.
Yeah, dude. And I told you this on the phone, man. I have I got a couple sociopaths. I mean, narcissists in my life, dude, and my shoes is short for them now. Really fucking short for it. I'm just done with it, dude. It's like, listen, everybody's got a little bit of self-absorbed shit with their careers and their life and stuff. But I'm talking about people that like are narcissists to the point where
I don't know what you're talking about, Paul. You know what it is about me, Paul? I'm a giver, and it's really painful because I feel feelings so much. I've been doing a bit in my act right now about people who can make anything about themselves.
So funny.
Like the people dying in the submersible, gay pride. They're not even gay, and they're making the month about themselves, about how much they're an ally to gay people. It's like, dude, this isn't your month. Can you just shut up? Can you just shut the fuck up?
You want to know one thing sociopaths say? No, one thing narcissists say? There's a list of 6 things that if you hear people say this, one of 6 things narcissists say, and one of them is, I'm sorry you feel that way. So if you say something to a narcissist and they go, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, that's like them being like, oh, that's on you. Like they're basically saying like,
yeah, it's not an apology.
Yeah,
I named one of my specials that, Paul.
What?
One of my specials is I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh, okay.
Because that was my way of saying I don't give a fuck that you didn't like the joke.
Right.
So it was the non-apology apology. And it's almost, and they're kind of calling you like a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. You fucking, grow up, baby. And it's like, no, I'm telling you what you did, which I didn't like. They're the worst, dude. I got them in my life. And I can't wait for them to be out of it.
Yeah, I feel like narcissists live forever. Like God's got this funny thing where he doesn't want to meet his mistakes. You know, I feel like he's a little braggadocious because he's always taking good people early. And then I feel like, hey, look at this guy, look at this one I made. Hey, fucking this guy. All right, get in here, right? But all these fucking assholes, these
Yeah.
like assholes, man, they fucking live forever. I'm trying to think.
I'm sorry, guys, about this. I got the landscaper right next to the fucking window. Of course he's here during the podcast. Is that all right?
That son of a bitch
I'll
mowing your
fire him.
yard so you don't
I'll
have
fire
to.
him.
I can't hear it.
Okay, good, good. Well, we had a good 4th of July, man. We had a good 4th of July, and everybody was safe. Nobody got hurt. We had a great show. We went a little smaller. You guys got to come next year, man. You guys got to just pack it up, bring everybody, and just and come, man.
I know you always ask me 2 days before, and I always forget. You got to let me know.
Yeah. We got to do it one time, or we'll just get all the people out there, all the good guys.
Hey, guess what I got to do? Finally going to talk sports here. I got to sit in the broadcast booth for the entire game, went extra innings of a Red Sox Twins. They hit a walk-off single, I believe. Twins did. They're in first place, Paul, by the way. First place in the Central, playing about 493 ball.
Yeah, dude.
I was
too early.
Dude, I was up there with Dave O'Brien and Kevin Euclid, and I got to tell you something. That was a dream of mine to do that. But you have that. That is a fucking hard job. That is a really hard job. Like, there's so much stuff to be paying attention to, and it's so much fun for 3 innings. Then you start settling in. You start going like, you're like, wow, man, this is like, it's a 3-hour performance.
Yeah.
Well, you get these little breaks, in between innings or whatever. But
who's the guy who speaks? Because like usually there's a guy. So like when Michael Kay does it with Paul O'Neill's the guy that doesn't talk as much. Who's the guy that talks to, like, who's the Michael Kay of that? Is it Euclid? Who does most of it?
No. Euclid does color, and then Dave O'Brien does the play-by-play.
Got it.
So yeah, and like trying to figure out how to tell a story with that. Like, I swear to God, if you start telling a story, somebody hits a single, or there's a home run, or there's a controversial, somebody tries to steal second, trying to like slip things in it's really I already had like respect for it, but any sports fan, moron like me, can be like, dude, they should put me in the dude, you and I would fucking. It's like, no, dude, it is a skill.
Yes,
that is a skill. Learning how to do that. So, I imagine, what's his face? Tom Brady. I think they might be putting him in the booth. I think, like trying to get that in.
Dude,
like,
they're giving him big fucking money too. They're giving him big money.
The amount of hate like Tony Romo gets.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I like Romo.
You can almost know like too much stuff. Like I know a guy, right, who's like a fucking, he's a little self-involved, right? So he hates Tony Romo, and I know why he hates him. Because he knows more about the game than he does. So he likes to be the guy predicting what's going to happen next to his buddies that are watching the game. But Tony Romo that guy's like Nostradamus with football. Like, he just knows what the fuck's going to happen. So it's kind of stealing his dude, I called it moments.
All the narcissists hate Romo. What, he just said that? It's like they can't handle that. He knows.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I love listening to Tony Romo because I feel like he answers questions I didn't even know I had.
That's exactly how I feel. He says things and you're like, oh, is that why they're doing that? Oh, you learn.
Hey, I didn't know they were doing that, and now you told me why they were doing that. Tony Romo's like my favorite color guy that's come along in a long time. Like, I love Collinsworth. It's kind of funny. I actually love the guys that kind of get the most shit, and I think they get the most shit because morons they make morons feel stupid.